And a little flick, inadvertent almost, off Nikolai Muller. An easy claim in the end for Birighitti. Plenty of numbers inside the box here in black and red, which is a good sign.
Very good sign. And easy gather, but that's a big warning. That's twice in the space of 3 or 4 minutes. And that's the problem that you have when you got someone like Tommy Orr at left back. He's nominally a left winger, he's an attacking player. But he won't want to be defending. It's not natural for him. So obviously John Paul De Marini and the Western Sydney Wanderers identified that, and they're going to try to isolate him and then really attack him.
Russell screaming for it again, top of screen. Might get to him via Ziegler. In the corner to Mo Adam. Heavily involved so far, the young striker. Bacchus. Back to Yerman. Georgievski. Nothing ball inside, hoping he'd find O'Doherty, but straight to Nisbet. Mariners well organised on that occasion. And they limited the Jets to few opportunities the other night as well in that goalless draw.
Yes, you could say it was much better from them, no doubt about that. But, you know, let's be frank, Mark Birighitti made some fantastic saves. And always when you're in doubt when you look at a game, especially when it's a draw and you say, well, which team had the better, best thing always to look at which goalkeeper made the most saves, and it was Birighitti, especially that one off Petrados, like you said.
Well played by Duke, across the face again, and just too close to Birighitti that time. Both Muller and Adam were sniffing around. Silvera dragged back by O'Doherty, and that's a yellow card offence 7 minutes in. Pushing the panic button a little early there.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously wanted to stop them in transition, but you can't pull someone back like that. It's a completely right decision. More referees that do that, the better, in my opinion, because a lot of teams do that obviously on purpose from a tactical perspective to make that, you know, to make that foul, but it's really frustrating both for the fans and for the attacking side.
Chris Beef, the man in charge tonight. Lovely little nutmeg from Nikolai Muller. Not too many options. Waits for Tate Russell to bomb on down that right-hand side. And Tate Russell tries to blast it in. Birighitti got a little fingertip on that one to tip it over. Another super save.
That was a fantastic save. Third time in the space of about 5 minutes down. Western Sydney Wanderers right, Mariners left, and we spoke about that. They're overloading this left side, isolating and getting Tate Russell forward. And this was a fantastic save. Just the fingertip, just enough.
I've seen him go across goal and find the bottom corner. That time he tried to flash it in the top corner on the near side, and Birighitti was equal to the youngster. Muller to deliver. Duke trying to help it on. Yerman, great first touch, and blocked by Simon. Back in by Bacchus, and anywhere will do for Kai Rolls.
Great start from the Western Sydney Wanderers, completely on the front foot. Important for the Mariners here to see out this little spell and not concede.
Well, they've been watching the other teams return to action over the past week and a half. It's finally their turn. Making up for lost time in this opening 10. If they've been able to replicate their Sydney Derby form in the rest of their games, they'd be safely inside the top 6, but 7 points out of 9 against the premiers, newly crowned premiers. They've only got 26 points all told in this campaign. That's why they're currently 9th on the A-League ladder.
Only lost 1 game, but since JP's taken over, to be fair to them, out of 7, it's been a complete turnaround. And he'll be determined to finish that job off and to make sure they do get into this 6. It's going to be so difficult with all these teams vying for this 6th place.
Little slip from Ziegler was untimely. Gifted possession to Nisbet, and the Mariners chance to edge into the attacking third for the first time in a while. Patient approach back to Kai Rolls. Now Milan Djuric The Serbian midfielder likes to make things happen and be proactive. And he's forced into retreat as the Wanderers set up with that 5-2-3 shape defensively. Slow ball movement. Now right through the middle for Ruiz Diaz. And one back by Bacchus expertly. Adam gives it straight back though. Now there's a chance for the Mariners to go through Silvera. Pass behind Tommy Orr. Numbers in the box, including Matt Simon. And Juric able to get a shot away. Ruiz Diaz was coming the other way. May have been better to let the youngster have a crack.
Perhaps so, but just goes to show people can say what they want about Matty Simon, but he is a handful. The ball goes in there. He's all arms and legs. It's so difficult with central defenders. Ball drops down. Just a warning for the Wanderers. Just got to be careful. And they've got time and space to cross the ball to him. It's going to be, here we go again. We'll take Russell. Well done that time by Tommy Orr.
It was a beautiful ball out there by Mitch Duke, but Russell's first touch just letting him down on that occasion. Yerman. And Duke just caught Fox late. Not a whole lot in it. Tommy Orr. Silvera saying he wanted that ball elevated. Would have been in behind Yerman. Showing too much of it to Bacchus. Early ball again from Duke as a stunner, but it gets away from Muller this time, and Birighitti can play. Mitch Duke's passing has been outstanding.
Great pass, but poor first touch. There was a real opportunity there for Wanderers. Again, both teams, when they cough up possession, are very vulnerable in the transition. But a better touch there from Muller, and he's through on goal.
Mariners only have one more game left to complete their regular season. That's against the Victory at Cogra on August 3. Going to pick up the wooden spoon again. A tough campaign for the Mariners. They can finish on a high here at home tonight. Simon found by Tommy Orr again. Dylan McGowan trying to shepherd it out, and Simon still nearly invented a goal-scoring chance for Juric. A bit more lopsided, trying to counteract all that attack down the right-hand side from the Wanderers, forcing McGowan into retreat mode. Congratulations to JP Di Marin, now the full-time head coach of the Wanderers, signed until the end of next season. As Mark Bosnich said, only one defeat, 3 wins, 3 draws since he took over from Marcus Babbel when he departed. Great to see him be given a long-term crack.
Yeah, most definitely. He's definitely earned it in the time that he's been in charge. Completely just a change of fortune. I'll never forget that game. And here we go, Mo Adams through.
Adam in behind. Teammates arriving. Fox well positioned again. Late coming together, and it's going against Stensness, who played the pass to Juric, but then followed through. Doherty screamed out. And on a night like this, that's a pretty generous free kick. That's what the Mariners are feeling.
Let's have a look. Well, this is not the foul. It's the run through. Let's have a look now. Hang on. going for the follow through. It's very, very harsh.
It's unavoidable from Stenson.
Well, I wouldn't say unavoidable, but very, very harsh with that,
So
way,
how
especially
can you
when
avoid
there's slippery conditions. Well, you just don't go, you don't slide in, you stay on your feet, mate. Simple as that. This is a very dangerous position. I'll tell you what, there's going to be some talk if they score from this free kick.
Birighitti taking great care with his wall. Nikolai Muller, an obvious candidate. Matt Yerman standing there as the left-footed option. And it is the German Muller who tries to go under the wall, and Ziggy Gordon was on the deck. There, that was inventive work defending the set piece, and they just get a corner out of it.
Miss kick, free kick, and then Birighitti mishandled. Corner now and pressure. Watch here. Birighitti. Corner time.
Sometimes you see the players set up there lying on the ground before the free kick is even taken. That time Gordon made his move to get there and slide in behind the wall. That's a new one, Bosser. You seen that before?
Yeah, have seen it a few times. Not too sure about it, but maybe they do that because they just want to punish somebody, so they have to go and slide, especially on a night like tonight. Didn't make a difference, but like I said, a completely mishit free kick.
Look at all that action inside the 6-yard box. Doherty bends it away. Duke trying to hit one on the turn. And the Mariners might be able to break here after defending the set piece. Silvera being urged on by the fans. Tried the trick on Muller. And Simon as a backup plan. And now Silvera can put the head down. Handed over by Yerman. His A-League debut against the Wanderers as an 18-year-old back in round 1. Had some exciting moments in his first season in the big time. Sammy Silvera. Juric on set-piece duty. Gives it off to Tommy Orr. It's all pretty central now. Luis Diaz keeps it alive. Thought it might have been offside against Fox, but they let that one roll. Tommy Orr says he's going to have a crack from 35 metres away.
Calm down. There you go.
Duke Nesbitt played it cleverly. Setting Orr a task, had to slide in to keep it alive for Silvera. Forward is the cry from the Mariners bench. Juric and Dylan Ruiz Diaz. Had a couple to beat, earns his team a throw in the scrap. 7th A-League start, first 6 of those off the bench, now a starter tonight. Actually debuted in a win over Western Sydney late last season, round 26. And they collected 3 points with a 3-1 victory. That was a rare success in recent times against Western Sydney. Mitch Duke, of course, the hero when these teams squared off in round 1 with a brace after Juric had given the Mariners the lead. Ruiz Diaz lifts it in first time. Silvera went underneath. Here comes Tommy Orr again. Get out of my way, he says, Tommy. And Prendergast can let it slide, and Tommy Orr says, welcome to the big time. Big hip and shoulder.
I don't know if it was that or to deflect off his attempted shot. There you go. You have to say, well done to the Wanderers. They staved off that early pressure from Western Sydney. so the Mariners rather, and didn't concede, trying to get back into the game now.
Their third game back for the Mariners, beaten here 1-0 by Perth. That Dane Ingham strike. And the goalless draw against the Jets. Only one goal scored in the first 2 games back, and keeping the Wanderers goalless so far, but there have been some chances. Dylan Ruiz-Diaz just hasn't found his feet just yet tonight. Chris Beath sees another late contact, and the fans are getting stuck into the man in green right now. I think his message to Stenson is yours, Bozza. Don't go to ground on a slippery night, otherwise I'm going to pin you.
Yeah, but again, very harsh. But obviously, look, as a referee, you know, you set your standard. He did with that free kick just before, and he probably wants to stick to that. He wants to be consistent, but both of them were very harsh.
Lovely first touch. Mo Adam poked away though by Rolls early to Silvera. Couldn't make it stick up top. Georgievski switches it up to the outlet that is Tate Russell. Ignored Nikolai Muller, who'd made another decent run in behind. Doherty. Yerman. Duke keeps on presenting ahead of Georgievski. He ran away from his captain, and Gordon won it cleanly. Yerman has made a couple of fouls now as we approach the midpoint of the first half.
Very good tackle by Ziggy Gordon. Just on that little passage of play just before, this is where any team, regardless of in the A-League or anywhere, have got to be quicker. When Tate Russell got that ball on the other side, Muller, as you said, made that fantastic run. With Bacchus there, they actually had numbers. They were outnumbering Mariners, but because they took their time, allowed the Mariners to shuffle across and to get numbers again, that's where they've got to be quicker.
Early ball this time from Russell. Dealt with by Fox. And Doherty picks up the second ball. He's going to have a go. Scored his first goal in the A-League against the Mariners. It was an absolute belter in Canberra, a rare game in the nation's capital. And I lost that night as an Adelaide United player. I thought he was going to turn back the clock there.
Well, a bit better of strike than the ones from Tommy Orr, but still, you're hoping from that distance.
As a goalkeeper, is it a night where you want your midfielders to prevent these long-range strikes skimming into you?
Well, as every goalkeeper, I don't know, but in terms of myself, anywhere outside that circle, I'd just say let him shoot.
Were you ever beaten from anyone from outside the box?
Probably. I can't really remember at this moment in time, but like I said, for me, the defence is, but even from a serious technical point of view, Speedy, the defence has done its job. If you're getting them shoot from distance, it's like, if I'm a manager, I'm a goalkeeper, I'm like, well done to everybody, yeah? Because really, if you're going to get beat from that distance, you've got to start seriously considering retiring.
Silvera released by Juric. Simon ahead of him. Makes his move back post. Silvera trying to trick his way past Georgievski. Juric's delivery, awkward, and skimming away from both Prendergast and Simon in the end. After that deflection.
Prendergast done well there. Deflected cross, very difficult for the goalkeeper.
Tommy Orr putting a move on Russell. Good looking delivery for Simon, peeling off. Yerman's presence was enough. Ball back in by Gordon, in control by Ruiz-Diaz. Oh, the flying header from Fox.
Here's that deflection. And the touch from Prendergast, like I said, very difficult for the goalkeeper there. He doesn't know what's behind him. He has to do that. Because those little bit of touch that he made, if somebody is behind, they can put them off. It can be just a little touch that you need just to put them off, so they don't just whack it in.
Good pick up, Bozza. Now Ruiz Diaz inside the area. Nice quick feet. Hoping he'd find a teammate, but it was only O'Doherty on the edge of the box.
Good spell for the Mariners.
Stensness can turn. Silvera. Juric capable of hitting them from here and onto the crossbar via the deflection. It's out for a corner. Prendergast tried to react in time, but it's his woodwork that saves him.
Fantastic strike by Juric. Such a danger when he plays. Every time when I come up here and I see him on the bench, I just think to myself, why? You know, he scores goals, he gets in great positions, he's an intelligent player, he hits really good set plays. It would have been interesting to see if that didn't get deflected where it would have went.
And in round one, it was a deflection that then looped in under the crossbar, beating Lopar. You may remember.
Yep. He's a constant danger, Speedy.
Tommy Orr delivers. Prendergast comes. Nisbet couldn't flash it in the top corner. He couldn't have asked for a much better chance, but there were so many bodies in the road.
Yeah, obviously now the goalkeeper's making his debut. Look at all those bodies. 4 Mariners players, the same Wanderers, but here he's got to hit the target there. I think he just got so excited he took his eye for the last minute. You see that bottom right-hand corner as we watch on the TV screen completely open. You just got to hit the target.
And he can afford to control the finish. And it's going to beat the keeper in that situation.
Well, look at Uscott the other night, wasn't it? Yeah, on his left foot, no power, but unstoppable. From that close, you don't need massive power. Yeah, if you hit it just normally, time it's coming towards you into the corner, it's nigh unstoppable.
One of the great finishes of the year at this venue came from Marco Tilio, the Sydney FC player. He just slid it in.
Yeah.
O'Doherty flew in again a moment ago. I've seen him sent off before, and he took a bit of a risk there.
It's a good little spell for the Mariners. Wanderers started like a house on fire, but when you haven't played for so long after that first 20 minutes, you're trying to catch that second win, and it's like, where is it?
The fans expected Nisbet to smash that in the back of the net a moment ago. They were most upset when he was unable to convert. Decent turnout considering the bitterly cold night here in Gosford on a Monday night. League action coming thick and fast, of course, for all of the football fans on Fox Sports. Back on Wednesday night at Bank West. Juric. Tommy Orr. Did it take a little deflection?
Yep.
It did, yeah.
Corner
given. Juric is going across the take. When you look at the highlight reel of Ruiz Diaz, he's one who can take set pieces as well. I wonder whether he'll get a chance at some stage. Show what he's got in that area.
Well, I haven't seen him take set plays, but I've seen this man take set plays, and they're bang on.
Rips it deep.
Dangerous, very dangerous. Obviously the Mariners, knowing Prendergast making his debut, not only putting a lot of men around him, but they're going to put balls right into that area where he's got a real decision to make. Done the right thing there again, especially when you've got someone like Matty Simon up front as well. It's pressure.
The Mariners, 3 in a row. Winds up at the feet of Silvera. And Simon says, give me some elevation, back post. Classy ball by Muller down the line. Also trying to juggle his way past Nisbet. Look at the run being made by Mitch Duke here. Open up a bit of room for Adam. And now Muller, who's got Georgievski if he wants him. The back heel for Georgievski. Finds Tate Russell. Great control. Now Duke. And that was ambitious. Did not take a deflection. Goal kick as we check in with Adam Peacock again.
Yeah, Speedy, just watching this front four, if you like, for the Mariners. So Matt Simon's always up front, and with or without the ball. Without the ball, Silvera goes up and he puts pressure on the last line. But when they get the ball, he drops into a little pocket. Dylan Ruiz-Diaz is dropping in, and Milan Djuric is just floating around as well. It's confusing the life out of the Wanderers back three. Short time ago, Dylan McGowan just screamed out to the bench as if to say, what are we doing here? What are we following? Who are we following? What are we doing exactly as our defensive duties? It's a bit of a problem for the Wanderers at the moment.
And that's when we captured JP Di Marini talking to Labanot Haliti about how to deal with that threat being posed. Wanderers take the free kick quickly.
Always quite a simple thing to remember in that situation, Speedy, when you've got players up front in positions that you're not too sure what to do. Just to have one extra, that's all you need. So, for example, if they've got 4 up front in that position, but the 2 are further, you just need the 3 against the 2. Okay, then one of the midfielders can come back and drop in, or vice versa. That's the thing when you're in the heat of the battle and you haven't got time for the manager to call timeout and that changes. Just think, all you need maximum is 1 extra. But even if you are man for man, the majority of times in training and all that, you are man for man as well. Okay, that's all you need in the heat of the moment. Dylan McGowan should be saying, right, we just got to make sure we've got 3 against 2 here. Okay, all right, the winning in midfield. Right, we'll call somebody back else into midfield from up front.
Well, Duke could have turned there. And the space behind, he tried to release Mo Adam instead. Now Djuric, chance to look forward. Simon right down the middle. With a better ball, he would have been beyond Yerman and McGowan. Touch off the referee on the way through. So Chris Beath with the quick drop ball. Clever turn.
Great turn.
Oh, better let him go. He might still get away without a caution. No, he won't now.
Yellow.
Chris Beath says, I'm going to book you and bring it back for the free kick.
So he should. Great turn. That's why having so much joy early in the game. The Wanderers down that left-hand side. Again, Tommy Orr, fantastic attacking player, not a defender. Tried to isolate him.
Tate Russell has the ball there. The whistle hasn't gone. So let the play unfold, referee, and book Orr later. It's okay. Because the Wanderers now have to have a look up and see defenders back packed, whereas they had a chance through Russell to make something happen a moment ago. Chris Beath's got to be better than that.
I think you should go see him at half-time in Britain.
Is that a fair point or not?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, exactly. But decisions made. As long as I said, look, with referees, and I say this all the time to people and all that, each people, no matter how much you strive for consistency, every person will referee a game differently. As long as they're...
Oh! Mitch Duke, card is out. It's a yellow one, but there's fans in the stands who think that should be a red. It was reckless from Duke. How much damage has he done to the Scot, Ziggy Gordon? There's no VAR, of course, to upgrade to red.
Let's take a look here. No, an accident. And as I was saying before, as we see, he slides in here.
What about that stud being raised? I mean, that's a leg-breaking action, isn't it?
No, it's afterwards. When you're sliding in like that at the beginning, even if you've got your foot pointed down, as you slide in, it's only natural for your foot to come up. Now, if it goes up in a way that you're going above the ball or above the ankle, that's a different story. Watch him just slide in, eyes on the ball, just misses it, tries to keep his foot out the way, actually catches him with the foot underneath. And as I was saying before, I think all teams will want is just to make sure that the referee is exactly the same for both sides, regardless of the way he referees.
The fourth official, Ali Reza Fagani, had a good view of it, Adam Peacock, and Alan Stajic, I think, is on my page. That's a straight red.
Yeah, I don't think he's on Boz's page somehow. He nearly ran onto the pitch, actually, Alan Stajic. He was apoplectic about that decision. He nearly crossed onto the field of play and yelling out to Chris Beath and having a go at Vagani as well. He's calmed down now, but he can't quite believe that decision.
Well, he wouldn't, would he? He'd want the opposition down to 10 men, especially when you haven't won in 12.
You're right with the point that you make about the other leg catching Ziggy Gordon. If he even brushes Ziggy Gordon with that studs up leg, then it's a red.
Above the ankle.
Anyway,
Remember,
it was
above the ankle.
shin, yeah.
No, if you're sliding for a ball, member speed, if you're sliding, you're putting your foot out, it's only natural. Then even after that, your studs will come up. It doesn't mean you're trying to stud the player. But if it goes above the ankle, that's a different story altogether.
And that was well above the ankle, obviously. Here's Simon dragging it out of the sky.
Originally, no, but when he went through, yes, but he completely missed him with that. It was the bottom leg that hit him.
Mo Adams' header, inventive. What can Duke do with it? He waited and dwelt. And Clyde Rolls took it away. Careful, boys. There's afters between those two. Mitch Duke, public enemy #1 right now. The Wanderers captain. He's got to be careful, of course, after picking up the yellow card, that he doesn't get another quick one. And here's a corner being given, and the players are getting antsy.
It's a good little battle. Good tackle. Use of the shoulder. A little bit of afters. And he just shouldered him back. That's all right. Laughing at each other.
The physicality of the Hyundai A-League. Making their move, the Mariners. Prendergast. Punch straight to Ruiz Diaz. Back across the face. Keeps it in the mixer. Simon's header. He wanted teammates to flash across the face of the shot stopper. No one was on the same page.
Play it.
Bacchus. '26th clash between these two. The Wanderers with the edge, 13 wins to 6 at this venue. 7-3 in their favour. Think back to their inaugural season and how these two established their rivalry, faced off in the first ever game for Western Sydney, the old Wonderland.
Yeah, the old Parramatta Stadium.
Then there was the Wanderers fans coming here for a famous victory in that winning streak at the end of the season. Then, of course, the Mariners got the chocolates on the big day, grand final day.
Was that when they were doing their Poznan and the goal got scored? I think it was.
Patrick Svansvik, a scorer for the Mariners in that grand final, headed home the opener. Announced this week that he'll join the Wanderers coaching staff from next season as an assistant. There's Jurich.
Great news.
Orr, first time delivery. Ruiz Diaz nearly. Ziggy Gordon, it bounced up higher than he was anticipating. He was hoping to smash that first time and never came down. Nisbet working hard to present, and Duke working just as hard to get a footing. Should have gone down the line to Gordon. Instead, they're going back into their own half, the Mariners. And there's been a lot of that passing backwards when you could pass forwards tonight. And Muller nearly picked the pocket of Kai Rolls, who got away with one there. Or Silvera. I think he gave up on that, and then it came to him, and he didn't react in time.
Very unfortunate there. Again, all Mariners. Can't get a hold of the ball, the Wanderers. starting to get frustrated with each other.
Deflects to Gordon this time. And forward now, Stensness. He goes square to Orr. Jurich hugging the sideline. Orr kept on going. Backus tracked the run to concede the corner.
Well done from Backus. Another pressure situation. Having Matt Simon in your team on set plays is a completely different threat altogether. It's right before halftime. What a time this will be to score for the Mariners. Got to concentrate here, Wanderers.
Once again, they're in that 6-yard box. Delivery near post. Prendergast came, took out a teammate. And a shank back across goal will give up another set piece.
Danger moments.
Worked short this time for Orr. And they want handball there. Referee isn't giving a penalty. And no VAR to check it out either. Sustained pressure. Orr's delivery on point again. Just eluding Matt Simon.
So disappointed if I was a Mariners supporter there. They're putting them under so much pressure on their set plays. And they go and play a short one and don't get nothing out of it when you got somebody like a Milan Juric who's putting it on a sixpence. Sixpence means like 6 cents.
Or 5 cents.
Yeah, that's it.
Not too many 6-cent coins around these days, present.
I don't think there ever was. Wanderers have got to regroup here. Get the ball and get some possession. Started off the better of the two sides, but for the last 15 to 20 minutes, it has been all Mariners.
Great timing of the run by Jurich. And behind McGowan. Jurich teases one. Oh, inventive to get that on target from Silvera.
Wow.
Gee whiz. Been doing some Pilates and yoga together, has he? How good's the flexibility to flick up a leg like that?
Lose the ball again, and it comes back at him again.
Orr was under pressure defensively early on. Now he's the one piling on the pressure down that left-hand side, attacking wise. Simon plays link man this time, and Orr involved again. Yellow shirts inside the area. Luis Diaz a little late to react there, and Backus took it away.
Need to push up a bit now, Wanderers. No, it's their first game back and they're tired.
Simon again able to invent a flick on, but no one getting on the end of it. Here's a look at that handball shout a moment ago. Gee, they whiz. I reckon VAR would be giving a pen there, wouldn't they, Bozza? Or maybe it's a deflection off the Wanderer onto his own hand, but it's in an unnatural position.
Very much so. Oh, well.
Chris Beath had to sum it all up in a split second, whether he was going to point to the spot or not. Clever back heel from Russell to Duke. Mo Adam! Oh. Crossbar struck at both ends now. Georgievski trying to place it. And somehow we're still goalless approaching half-time here.
So unlucky for Mo Adam. Wonderful work again by Tate. Down the right-hand side. A couple inches away. So much joy down there. Cut it back to Duke. Look at this. Superb. No chance that would have been for Birighitti. Superb strike. Georgievski with the follow-up, the well blocked by the Mariners. Coming off the back of Mariners having such a good spell, that was good play. But just underlines the fact how much joy the Wanderers have had down their right-hand side, down the left-hand side of Mariners, and makes you think to yourself, why haven't they just keep doing that for that whole half? We saw it at the beginning, we saw it now here at the end. Tate Russell's definitely got the beating of Tommy Orr down that side, and we continue to play down that side until they can't no more and come back the other way.
That close to his second A-League goal, the 19-year-old. Now Duke trying to get through the middle. Birighitti with calm goalkeeping. As you saw, the fourth official letting everyone know just 60 seconds to be added on here at the end of the first half. How adventurous will the Mariners be in the last 15 seconds? Looks like they're ready for their coach's halftime address. Ziegler should cut that one out. And Chris Beath says, let's head to the dressing rooms. So Mo Adam that close to giving the Wanderers a lead just before the break. He smashed the crossbar. Milan Djuric also hit the woodwork via a deflection at the other end. It's been hard work in midfield. The Wanderers playing their first game in over 4 months. At the break, it's goalless. And stay with us. Adam Peacock and Mark Bosnich will be back to look at all those first half highlights, including that Mitch Duke studs up challenge right after this.
Welcome back to a wintry Central Coast Stadium, and the Mariners, although they haven't broken the deadlock, they have been the more likely on an overall basis of play, though you could argue that Wanderers have had the best 2 chances of the half. 0-0 half-time between Central Coast Mariners and Western Sydney Wanderers. And Boz, don't know about you, but I thought that was the best half of football the Mariners have played since the resumption, and Wanderers kind of looking for the half-time break a bit.
Well, yes. First and foremost, Western Sydney Wanderers started the better of the 2 sides, but you kind of thought that would happen. You know, all keen first game, and really done some damage down the Mariners' left and their right-hand side. But you're right. About, you have to say, at the halfway point of that first half, it was pretty much all Mariners. Now, a lot of people will be sitting there going, what did they do to change? Well, I'll tell you one thing they did to change was they all pushed up onto their opposition. They all started to run that little bit faster and compete that little bit harder. And the one little tactical thing, which they were trying to do at the start, but you actually picked up very well, Adam, was to play those 2 up front and the 2 in behind. Now, the confusion that came in for the Western Sydney Wanderers, you spoke about McGowan at the back saying, what should we do? It's quite simple. In the heat of the battle, I said this upstairs, all you need is 1 extra man. So if you want the 3 extra men at the back against the 2, that's fine. If they only got 1 up front and the 3 in behind them, then you push those other 2 in there just to make sure you only need 2 against 1. It's simple, really, what they need to do. And that started to confuse them. And I also thought, because the Wanderers haven't played for so long, after that first 20 minutes, they were a little bit, and Mariners really come into it. But at the end, it was Mo Adam again who hit the crossbar.
Let's have a look at all the highlights. We'll start with that enterprising play, especially Tate Russell had a paddock to run into, and he gleefully accepted down that right-hand side. Why was it that they were becoming so imbalanced defensively, the Mariners?
Well, what the Wanderers done very, very well at the beginning was they were overloading their left-hand side, and they wanted to isolate Tommy Orr. Now, Tommy Orr, like you said, fantastic attacker, but he's very uncomfortable defending, and they know that Tate Russell has got the beating of him. And at the start, like I said, overloading this side, then the switcher play would come from Bacchus or O'Doherty, and Tate Russell would be away. And like I said, I just can't believe that they didn't keep doing it. Actually, there were quite a few moments as well where Tate Russell was making a run to go again in behind him, but they weren't playing in the ball. They've got to start to get in that habit, even when they're playing around. Start playing the ball in behind, okay? You know what? There'll come a time when you do hit him 9 times out of 10. But you might hit him only 7 times out of 10. But one of those times it might end up in a goal. And it continues to put the opposition facing their own goal. And by nature, they're going to start to drop back. Once they start to drop back, then you can play in front of them.
Do you want to go back with you, or you stay in front? Yes. Activity time with Mark Bostic to stay warm down here. You're right up there, by the way, in the warmth.
It's lovely.
Hey, Mariners then.
Yeah.
So who impressed you greatly in terms of being on the ball, and who needs that little bit more for something to become really meaningful for the Mariners in the second half?
I think they all had the moments. This man here, Milan Juric, as usual, is ever so impressive and always a danger and a threat. Matty Simon's a handful. Silvera had his moments as well. Tommy Orr started to go back the other way and get forward and put some danger crosses in. Nisbet has been very, very good on the ball. They've been very dangerous on set plays. Prendergast is making his debut. They're putting a lot of bodies around him. It's not easy for him. He's handled it well thus far. But I just think their general play and their want and their belief started to improve after about the 15, 20-minute mark. And it's amazing the difference. You can have all the great tactics in the world and this, that, and the other, but if you haven't got that want and that will and desire to make it happen, it won't happen. And I think that really started to come on, and a lot of that's to do with Matty Simon. People can say what they want about him, but number one, he's a handful. Number two, he gives the rest of that team that belief, and he is a definite focal point for them, where if they're in trouble, if Ziggy Gordon's in trouble at the back, if Fox is in trouble, they just play it up to him. He causes all sorts of problems. He's got Silvera around him. He's got Diaz-Ruiz around him, Ruiz-Diaz rather.
Him too.
So, yeah, him too. So he's been a danger, and he gives them that lift, that belief.
Yeah. Hey, I reckon it was a handball. I don't know about you, but it's a hard one for Chris Beath because there's bodies everywhere and it's a wet night, it's windy,
that's what
might
we're
be
thinking, and this is where we have like that. So he's jumped. Look, it's very difficult from that type of distance away. The only thing you will say is, what's he having his hand at that type of situation? But
unnatural.
somebody on another perspective, somebody could turn around and say the deflection of the deflection. The header was so close to the guy that really could you expect him to get out the way? Was that header going to go in as well? I don't think so. And so I can understand him not giving it because he's putting his head down like that. If you're on the other side, you might be saying, like you just said, hand in an unnatural position.
Now, Mitchell Duke, I know there was an intent. He's trying to win the ball, but was it? It's dangerous. I mean, a lot of accidents you see on the road, there's no intent, but it's dangerous.
Listen, forget about intention. It's not about that. If it's reckless, he can be sent off. But as I was explaining to my learned colleague, Mr. Brenton Speed upstairs, when you slide in like that with your feet, it is impossible to keep the studs facing downwards. You've got to come out like that.
Don't slide.
Yeah, well, okay, that's one thing. But the other thing as well, in that instance, he actually didn't hit him with that sliding foot. It was the back leg that hit him. But when you're sliding, as long as it doesn't go above the ankle, if it goes above the ankle, then then you should be off 100% like that. But he was going, and doesn't matter about intent. If it's reckless, you can still be sent off, but that was not a send-off.
Well, okay. Your vote counts double because you're Mark Bosnich.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You know whose vote counts the most? Chris Beeves. Thank you very much.
Good point.
Yeah.
Boz, a quick shout-out, a sad story in the NPL world in New South Wales.
Very, very sad story. Sydney Harcoa, Declan Gilmartin, 29-year-old, tragic accident on the weekend in Fraser Island and lost his life. I just want to send our deepest condolences from everyone here to Sydney Harcoa, and especially to his family for that tragic. 29 years of age, absolutely tragic. So be safe and be careful out there, everyone.
Yeah, horrible, horrible. Yeah, thoughts with the family and the football club and everyone who knew him. We're off to a quick break. The second half, not too far away from Gosford. Can the Mariners get a win for the first time since it was the middle of summer? It's not the middle of summer right now, let me tell you, but January 12 was the last time the Mariners got to celebrate a win. Could this be the night, or do the Wanderers get their restart off to a winning start? We're back in a moment to find out.
Plenty of niggle in the first half in Gosford. Bit going on for the referee to keep an eye on. Some classy play as well. The Wanderers rampant down that right-hand side, and Mo Adams so close to finishing off. Great lead-up work, but the woodwork came to the Mariners' advantage on that occasion. So goalless at the break. The Mariners ready to get the second half underway, and there's two mates who used to be part of the Wanderers academy together, now rivals on this stage. They'll be hoping a snapper got a photo of that one. Mo Adam and Sammy Silvera, who've been exchanging pleasantries before the action starts in both halves now. No changes made by either coach at half-time, it appears. And the ball breaks the way of Nisbet. Stensness goes wide to Orr. It's open up top of the box here. What can Tommy Orr produce? Goes back to Nisbet. Wander is able to force the Mariners back again. And the frustrated Jurich nearly coughed it up in a really dangerous spot. Basically maintained possession for the opening minute in this second half. As I welcome back Mark Bosnich.
Hello, Brenton. How are you? A little bit warmer up here than it is down there, but I tell you what, like I said to you, fantastic weather. I'm really looking forward to this second half because, you know, the way things started, we thought this is going to be an automatic Wanderers win, but the last 20 minutes of that first half, Mariners had the better of it. So evenly poised as we go into this second half.
Substitutes could make the difference tonight, and the Wanderers certainly have some experience on their bench. Simon Cox and Pierman Schwiegler, great international experience provided by those two, and they both came back via that international 14-day quarantine, so that's part of the reason they're not right to start, but could be a handy half-hour cameo for both.
Kwame Yeboah as well.
Duke for Adam. Now Russell. Doherty. McGowan. Now Yeoman. Telegraph the pass straight to Nisbet. Who's blocked off by Bacchus. Kanu Bacchus, part of that successful Olympic qualifying campaign at the start of the year. There's those two vastly experienced players that JP Di Marini has up his sleeve. Simon Cox, the striker, Timo Schwegler, the industrious midfielder. Luis Diaz. Classy play. And Nisbet able to face forward. Goes to Orr, isolated against Tate Russell. Can he show him a trick or two? Shapes the delivery over hit. And you heard the cry of frustration from that man.
Yeah, very much so. A little bit different for Tommy Orr. You know, normally he's, wide left player, so he's maybe going 30, 40 metres, then making the cross. When you're coming from all the way from fullback's a little bit different story. So you feel a little bit sorry for him. But coming back to Adam made a fantastic point in the first half about the confusion that the Wanderers started having with that sort of like box, if you like, that the Mariners were employing. Well, here we go.
Right on cue. It's opening up for Silvera here. And it breaks the way of Matty Simon to flash it across the face. Brilliant defending from Ziegler, who gets a hand from Prendergast. Otherwise, the Mariners are going to take the lead there.
Superb play from Ziegler. Great chance for the Mariners. This man Silvera, for me, has been dangerous all night. Matty Simon across the face of goal. Don't know if that would have went in or not, but Ziegler doesn't know that. Great clearance.
Might have been Woodwork struck again and perhaps in off that post. Who knows? A one-hand ball from Muller, who was stooping, got the all clear. Now he nudged his opponent down but won the ball and then gets a nutmeg inside his own defensive penalty area. You don't see that too often.
When you least expect it.
He's got some skills, Nikolai Muller. More than 150 games in the Bundesliga with clubs like Mainz and Eintracht Frankfurt. The Mariners certainly come out of the sheds the sharper. Deflection on that cross. And the angle's favourable for Prendergast. There's Muller's work.
Again, Wanderers losing the ball.
Stensness was strong. Ruiz Diaz changes direction and pulls the trigger, and that deflection was a kind one for the goalkeeper again. That could easily have squirmed the other side for a breakthrough goal for the youngster.
Did well there. Won the ball back again. Ruiz Diaz with the shot. Prendergast does well as well. A bit for a split second there when he saw it deflect, this thing, oh, what's going to happen here? But if I was John Paul Di Marini, I'd definitely be thinking about making some substitutions. A little bit too much going for Mariners at this moment in time. Wanderers really need somebody to put their foot on the ball. They've also got to realise, coming back to that excellent point that Adam Peacock made, what I said about that, how Mariners have got that box up front, so the 2 against the 3 and then the 2 in front, what to do and all that. Just one extra, because sometimes that 2 up front is 1, and sometimes they've got 3 against 1, they're getting outnumbered. Now, when you have wing backs who are genuine fullbacks, their natural thing, Georgeski and Tate Russell, is to fall back and to make 5s. And sometimes they've got 5 against 3, hence why they're getting so outnumbered in midfield.
Now Muller to deliver. Good-looking shape about it. No one can get on the end of it. The offside flag may have come. The Mariners were hoping for it. And I'm still getting over all those numbers that Bozza just spat out.
Just think you just need 1 extra, Speedy, wherever it may be.
That'll do.
Yeah, you just need 1 extra. Yeah, but a lot of times they've got 2 extra at the back, hence why they're being so outnumbered in midfield.
Seems like it's the strongest this rain has been all evening. Right now, really teeming down in Gosford.
Isn't it lovely?
weather's been spectacular in this part of the world pretty much for the last couple of months. Just the odd day here and there, but it's settled in this week. And as Gordon slides in, he's used to playing in these conditions day in, day out back in Scotland, and also used to playing a couple of games a week, as he made the point this week. He's used to backing up quickly 3 or 4 days after each and every game. The Wanderers need to go up in 3s to try and push for that finals berth. Got Wellington coming up at Bankwest on the 31st. The Glory on August 4. Western United August 7. And the Victory on August 12. 3 of those 4 games at their spiritual home, Bankwest. The other at Cogra. Tommy Orr being forced backwards. Wanderers fans would already have those fixtures on their calendar at home, ready to get back to Bankwest, as O'Doherty has it taken off his boot. Breaks for Duke. Georgievski. And now Adam, and Ruiz Diaz got involved a couple of times defensively at the expense of a corner.
Fighting hard to get back in at the Wanderers.
They won against the Mariners 2-1 in round 1, 3-1 in round 17. Muller amongst the goal scorers in that game. Shapes it towards the penalty spot. Oh, great climb by Duke. There's such an aerial threat that couldn't get right over the top of it. He didn't need the break to come, Mitch Duke. He was in great goal scoring form before lockdown, 6 in 7 games. Into double figures this season. Only 3 other Wanderers have done that in a single campaign. Nisbet around the corner. Jurich v McGowan. Gowan played it well enough. O'Doherty back to Bacchus. A lot of faith in the youngster in midfield. They played it really nicely here, the Wanderers. Muller running around Stensness, and now playing the ball out in front of Tate Russell. Cut back to Duke. Straight into Stensness. Again appeals for handball, but not sure what Duke was thinking with that final dinked ball. That's a clever pass from Ruiz Diaz. Game opening up here. 55 minutes in. Silvera, can he switch it up and find a teammate? He can. Straight to the feet of Jurich. Across the face, who wants it? Here comes Tommy Orr. Shaped into the area. Simon v Prendergast. Referee happy with that challenge. Who says goalkeepers are protected species? In by Jurich now. And Duke can relieve the pressure. Refreshing from a neutral perspective to see a referee say play on there with Simon going head-to-head with Prendergast.
If Prendergast goes to catch it, I reckon he blows. But when a goalkeeper goes to punch, referees are more inclined to let it go.
And they're able to keep their feet through it all as well, which he did.
He's done well, the goalie. Still rather a goalkeeper that came and rather not come, even if it is to punch or is that, because it makes such a big difference. You ask any central defender what they love most about their goal, I say for them to come and get crosses.
Broken up by Nisbet. Gets it back from Simon. They love the little guy. The Central Coast fans. Plays the right pass. Sammy Silvera goes down. Referee has a good long look at it. Says it's a coming together and no penalty. And the fans say, you're kidding.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a penalty either. We'll have a look on the replay. Chris Beef perfectly placed.
The initial feel was that he's goal side of his man and then got a hand in his back. Just the light pressure when you're at speed like that. he then went over.
Is that what Chris Beef just told you?
Backus to Russell.
Not much movement from the Wanderers.
Duke tries that cute ball around the corner again. Great communication from Birighitti. Ball rolls out of it. Not the connection he was after. Sliced it to Yerman. Just feels like we're going to see a really big moment in the game in the next 5 minutes or so.
Wanderers need to make some changes, and quickly. Just watching that front four then, just in that build-up play, really flat, all along the same line, no movement whatsoever.
Well, they've got their first sub ready. Simon Cox ready to come on in the number 10. And a youngster who's become a cult hero will come on for the Mariners as well. I speak, of course, of Alo Qual. Tommy Orr whips it back post. Great delivery. Matt Simon. Jurich! The Mariners on top! Brilliant football from the Central Coast. They take the lead in their final home game of the season. Going to be a special night to say farewell in 2020.
They take the lead, and deservedly so. Wonderful play. Very, very simple. Great cross in here from Tommy Orr. Matty Simon cuts it back and tapped in by that man, Jurich.
And VAR would probably be ruling this goal out about now for offside against Matt Simon. Jurich is onside. Matt Simon, it's debatable whether he was, but it doesn't matter now. The goal counts for Jurich, who scores against the Wanderers again.
Super goal, and deservedly so, that they've taken the lead. Been the better team for the best part of the last half an hour. And so happy for that man as well. By far and away one of their best players of the season, not used as much as he should have been done, and showing exactly what his worth is. Up against it now, the Wanderers, and John Paul de Marini's got some decisions to make. Like I said, you spoke about there possibly being as their Silvera coming off. A substitute for now for the Wanderers as well, but I'll be looking at a few more as well, because they have just gone right off the boil.
So Alo Qual is on. Simon Cox is on. Here's a look at that penalty shout. That's a nudge from Ziegler from behind. I mean, that's enough to send someone over. Silvera making the point there. He's been shoved in the back.
No, he hasn't, Speedy.
He hasn't been shoved anywhere there.
No.
Okay.
All right. That was like blowing him over.
Adam Peacock, your thoughts on the penalty shout?
Yeah, like the one in the first half, Speedy, I'm with you. So 2-1 again, Bozza. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was in the back. But, yeah, that goal certainly has calmed down the Mariners bench for starters, because Alan Stajic was blowing up deluxe about that and saying things that he might later regret to the fourth official. And Ali Reza Fakani was very patient with him, I think. But in the end, they get their goal, the Mariners. So can they get the first win since January 12?
Here come the Western Sydney side looking to hit back. Ziggy Gordon blocks another cross, one of his trademarks. So Duke snapshot, and Birighitti, aware of his angles, lets it slide.
So Simon Cox has come on for Mo Adam. Be interesting to see now how they set up. Cox much more comfortable coming in between the lines. Be interesting to see if they push Muller on a bit further forward, which is what I would do, because he's got the pace to actually play that position. Cox much more comfortable with his back to goal, playing balls in behind. And we saw when he came on here, and the last time they played each other here, I think it was round 17, he said he was excellent. He's got a job to do now, and so have the Wanderers.
Great to see Matt Simon and Ziegler sharing a smile before they get back into the thick of it. There's been a lot of joy for Alan Stajic lately as the Mariners coach. Could tonight be the night? They're playing 3 points. Alo Qual on the move, or trying to drop it over the top for him. Picked up by Ruiz Diaz. Great turn. Overhit though. Loves whipping those balls in at pace. He's got too much elevation on that one.
Maybe so, but he's done a fantastic job tonight, the young boy.
Here comes a double change from Western Sydney. So you can make 5 substitutions in 3 windows. So they've used 3 in 2 windows here. Pierman Schwiegler and Taz Murder-Kudus on for the Wanderers now. O'Doherty on a yellow card makes way for the Swiss international. It's going to be Ziegler for Murder-Kudus. Final thought on that Silvera penalty claim. I mean, you work so hard for a chance when an attacker's going to be one-on-one with a goalkeeper, and it gets taken away because a defender who's not goal side of the attacker pushes him over.
Speedy, it's a contact sport. And remember, that's why you and Adam are commentators and I'm the expert. It was not a penalty.
Stay out of the back of the attackers if you're not goal side.
Contact sport.
So you can nudge them over.
Depends on how hard the nudge is, but it's a contact sport. I told you guys commentate, I'll do the expert comments.
He's the expert, Speedy.
Jurich looking to negotiate the one-man wall and find the tall timber. And the yellow shirts forward here, including Alo Qual, who got his head on it, and the fans were ready to explode again.
Dangerous ball once again by Jurich.
Oh, thought he played it pretty well there, the youngster. Yeah. Chris Beath gave the free kick against him. So that's a free kick, but the penalty wasn't.
I didn't think
Final point on
I didn't think that was a free kick.
No, but the referee just interpreted it that way. Yeah. That's a free kick, but the other one wasn't.
Yeah, get over it, Speedy. It wasn't a penalty.
Here's Ziggy Gordon. And they've muddled it up there, the Wanderers. Matt Simon into open pastures. Alo Qual wanted an early ball, but he was outnumbered in the middle. Now he might get it via Simon. And the Wanderers emerge unscathed. If you haven't seen it yet, Alo Qual went viral during the week after that wonderful post-match interview conducted by Robbie Slater for Fox Sports. A real breath of fresh air. The teenager, great attitude, bit of swag about him. He might just get another goal-scoring chance here after that header a moment ago.
Doing well, the Mariners.
Is he onside? Doesn't matter now, it's going to get away from Nisbet.
Really got problems here, Wanderers. Looking for somehow to get back into this game. I was going to say, really think they've got to look to bring on Kwame Yeboah.
Well, he's a little underdone. He may well have started if he was fully fit, but under a bit of an injury cloud, so that's probably a factor in JP Di Marini not utilising him as yet tonight.
He shouldn't be on the bench if he can't play 25 minutes.
Now Tate Russell. Decent ball. Nikolai Muller. Mitch Duke. Teases it back post. Ziggy Gordon was there. Kept it away from Simon Cox as they tried to pass it in Western Sydney. Duke again. Looking for Cox or Georgievski. It's going to elude everyone. Adam Peacock. You were able to catch up with Kwame Yeboah pre-game. The rain has gotten into the Peacock microphone. He's out of action at the moment. Jurich. Well found. Clever play by Kai Rolls. Now Tommy Orr already got one secondary assist. Almost had the assist there as Jurich entered the area. Adam Peacock, you've got the microphone ready to go now.
They will not silence me, Speedy. They will not silence me. No, Kawami Yeboah has been called back.
So for the Mariners.
Yeah, Bozza gets his.
Dane Silva looks to be coming on.
Bozza gets his wish.
There we go. We just heard you, Adam. Fire away.
Sorry, Bozza was talking over the top of me. Don't know what's going on. The mic's working again. I'm just wondering. It's one for Bozza. Do Wanderers need to change their shape at the back here, because they're getting outnumbered in midfield, and that's where, for as I can see, where the problems are coming, and they can carry the ball forward into that final third a little easier than what Wanderers can. And is 3v Matt Simon really what they need at the moment when that other one drops off the final line?
Not at all. That's why they've actually tried to change it with more Dukakis coming on for Ziegler, and they've actually trying to push Matt German out onto that left back and to push in Georgieski into midfield. But again, Georgieski is not a midfielder. And you're exactly right, and that's a problem that you alluded to in the first half when you were talking about how it was causing all sorts of problems with that box four of the Mariners, and McGowan was looking over to the bench. Like I said, the golden rule is you only need one extra man. If you've got more than one extra man, you're getting completely outnumbered in somewhere else in the park. And since that, after about 20 minutes in the first half, that's been happening more and more and more. But they're trying their best now to get back into it.
Great ball from Duke out in front of Russell. Switches it up and it will come off as well to Georgievski. Gordon getting back and away by Kai Rolls, who's been immense tonight. Can they keep another clean sheet? The Mariners. And here comes a yellow card for Bacchus, trying to run away from the scene of the crime. Mariners able to take the free kick relatively quickly. Danny De Silva wants a return ball. Gordon finds Yellow Qual, edge of the area, a little nibble from behind, went down. Opponent checking on his welfare. He stayed down, the young striker, inside the area. The Wanderers going the other way. Tommy Orr prevents it getting through to Mitch Duke. They're wondering whether they should put the ball out of play for their teammate, who's back to his feet, ready to get back into position now. Chris Beath just checking on his welfare, whether it's a head knock or not. So they might need to do some concussion protocol here. A little challenge from behind there, and an extra nibble by McGowan in a risky part of the pitch to be doing that.
Very risky.
McGowan might have caught him with the stray boot after that, and that's why he was checking on his welfare in that penalty box as the ball went away.
Calling on the team doctor here.
Just watch the back end of this replay as McGowan keeps on backtracking, stumbles, and that's where he whacks him across the melon with the left boot, I think. Glancing blow that can do some damage. Out of the Goulburn Valley Suns in Victoria. There's been some wonderful articles written on him since that interview with Robbie Slater the other night. He's got 3 young brothers coming through that same club. They're all top scorers in their respective age groups, so you could see a lot of that family breaking through in the years to come. Exciting talents out of Shepparton in Victoria. Yellow Qual born in South Sudan, so talk about which country he may commit to long term as well at international level, should he be good enough to play for his country. Looks like he's right to go on now. Simon Cox chasing this one down. It was awkward for Rolls, but again, he's able to get out of the pickle. Juric was trying to help that on. And the foul committed by Quoll.
Very static, the Wanderers up front.
Russell's on the move. Muller a little late to see him, so Russell had to check his run. Tommy Orr thinking long ball. McGowan first to react. Gives it up to De Silva now. With fresh legs around his man. There was an angle to play in Juric. He went for Quoll instead. Muller. Lovely ball out in front of Cox. Rolls reversed here as Duke waits in the middle. Cut out again by Kai Rolls. I tell you what, not many have been better tonight than the Mariners centre half. Here's De Silva. Again, Juric is saying, what do I have to do to get a ball over here? He's all alone on that far side, and he is tonight's only goal scorer.
Tate Russell continually is on down here. So give him the ball.
Ask and ye shall receive, wasn't it?
Well, he's been their most dangerous creative player going forward.
Gave it away that time as Rolls saw what was coming. One back just as quickly by Backus. Neat step over by the ref. Duke was clipped by Fox. Set piece in a handy spot for Western Sydney.
This is a chance. Dangerous position.
So important for them to turn things around here. When you look at the live ladder right now, they'll remain in 9th. Western United have a game in hand on them in 7th. Adelaide United and the Wanderers have a game in hand on them, and they could try and bring Perth and Brisbane into the equation as well if they can get on a winning run. The Mariners, well, they play the victory in their final game. Won't be able to get off the bottom of the ladder even if they win their last two, but it would be a nice note to go out on.
A win's a win, and when you haven't won for 12 games, it's so important.
Schwegler teases it. Yerman's in there and kept out brilliantly by Birighitti, and a goal kick to boot.
Once again, he makes a vital save. How many times has he done that recently? Low down. I'm so sure that shouldn't have been a corner. Another fantastic save.
I think it must have been off Yerman at the end, but it's hard to believe that they don't find the back of the net there as time stood still as they arrived at the back post. In numbers, the Wanderers.
That they did. Those free kicks, when they're a little bit more floated as it was, you have to generate your own power. With the head, that's easier said than done. But a very good save. He's got this knack, Birighitti, of making these saves. You think goal. I mean, the other night, Costa Petrados, the ball's going. I'm thinking goal, and he saves it.
De Silva picks the right pass this time. Simon trying to cut it back towards De Silva. Fortunate deflection for Western Sydney. Duke so full of running, presenting ahead of Georgievski. Tate Russell's ready again. Good looking shape, and the header. It was a defensive action the way that Muller tried to get on the end of that.
That was a great opportunity, and well done to Ziggy Gordon. Just watch here how his slight movement towards him puts him off. Great ball in by Russell. It's a wonderful chance. Both of their movements, both him and Nisbet. Okay, it's a wonderful example. They both can't get the ball, but they're going to make it as difficult as possible that they can for the attacker. And unfortunately, Muller there took his eye off it, if that's what you want to call it.
But if you're a scout, you look at the work of Tate Russell and you go, if that's Alan Shearer on the end of it, it's in the back of the net. That was beautiful service for a number 9 to attack.
Quite possibly, but if you're a scout, you might not have an Alan Shearer playing. If I'm a scout, I'm watching everything about a player, and I'm also asking everything about him. I think if you speak to the majority of managers, that's a very important thing.
Clever first-time ball by Schwegler. Into the area go the Wanderers again. Georgievski waits on the edge of the area. Here's Schwegler again, broken up by Gordon, who'd given it away initially. The Mariners a chance on the quick counter. Jurich weighing things up. Pass was a slow one to De Silva. They're allowing the Wanderers to get back. Now the switch to Wall. Happy to enjoy a spell of possession in opposition territory.
Well, they don't have to do anything, winning 1-0. Don't have to do anything. It's Wanderers who have to come out to them. They can keep the ball for the next 15 minutes.
Kwame Yeboah is ready for a late cameo. 15 minutes or so. Not often they've been in this position to get their fans giving the olays.
I was going to say that. We come in here all season, haven't heard that before.
De Silva, quick feet, Simon, and that'll break up the olays.
Fair play to them. They've been long suffering this season. They can enjoy it, their little moment. I won't be singing Olay if Wanderers come back to score.
He's onside. Only one to hit in the middle, and Cox is diminutive in stature compared to Fox and Rolls. And Nisbet reading the eyes of Bacchus.
He's been excellent tonight, young Nisbet. Good player. Done a very good job tonight.
Oh, it's Muller to make way for Kwame Yeboah. One last throw of the dice from JP Di Marini. There are his 3 substitute windows utilised. 4 subs made.
Yeboah to lead the line. Duke will take his position, whether it be inside right or inside left, will be up to Cox to come in between the lines. They need more spark, they need more movement. Not looking good for the Wanderers at the moment.
Bacchus. Kept in by Cox. And Yerman thumping it downfield, no one reacting in red and black. Yeboah asking his teammates to help provide a press here, but they're running on empty, some of his Wanderers teammates. He's the fresh man, of course. De Silva to the feet of Quoll. Knew where Jurich was, wants it back. Here comes De Silva, great challenge. Tas Murder-Kudus timed it beautifully.
Super challenge, but that was great play from the Mariners. Really neat and tidy play. Just watch this. Lovely. 1 and 2 touch. Really good defending by Murder-Kudus. Hard to see where a goal's going to come from the Wanderers. Creativity's gone basically down to 0.
Mariners' last win was that dramatic come from behind victory when they were getting the penalties given to them in stoppage time. Georgievski flashed it just wide of Birigitti's post.
Well, that was close and that was better. More of a sense of urgency. In my opinion, time to throw a bit of caution into the wind. They've got to start getting players more forward. And the only threats that they have are from out wide are obviously Tate Russell on this side and Georgievski on the other side. They've got to start at least 10-15 minutes a bit further forward. and put it to the Mariners. Are you going to come back with me, or are you just going to leave me on my own? Because this business of them now going back, they're 1-0 down, there's 10 minutes to go, and making up a 5 when there's only sometimes 2, sometimes 3 Mariners players, it's not working at all.
Stensness in a scrap with Bacchus. Schwegler struck a moving ball. Referee turned a blind eye, which is all good. And they'll get a corner out of it.
Better spell now. A good delivery here.
Schwegler, the substitute, in the twilight of his career. Bacchus all alone, edge of the area. Schwegler delivers. Real scrap in there. And the Mariners have the numbers around the ball in the end. Look at this foot race. Nisbet v Russell. Great action. The slip and slide on the Central Coast, and the fans love it. Nisbet winning the throw.
Super commitment, both players. Nisbet's been excellent tonight, one of the best players on the park.
High rolls again with the emphatic defending. Schwegler, what a ball. Duke not so. Came off the wrong part of the boot. Straight to De Silva. Oh, he's having a shot. Keeper advanced, and Prendergast got back in time. Tell you what, it was a nice idea by Danny De Silva, and he nearly scored a goal that would have gone around the world.
Very good idea, but very good goalkeeping as well. On the half turn to make sure that if something like that does happen, that you can go back quicker.
And Quoll's work rate, he was hoping to get on the end of a through ball, able to track back and win it back for his team there. Somehow the ball's staying in during this sequence. Still in. Hacking it out of there was Nisbet. So Prendergast thought about coming to negate the through ball, had to backtrack quickly and did, as Mark Bosnich identified a moment ago. Have a look at that in a moment. Tate Russell. What kind of service this time? Along the deck. Nisbet still full of energy. Bacchus.
Got to dig in here, the Mariners. They've done so well all night.
Georgievski. Bacchus just got away from him. Another great 50-50. Mariner came off second best. In the end, they get the free kick from the edge of the area, but that was great commitment from De Silva.
Superb from both players. Absolutely superb. Exactly what you want to see. De Silva, more noted for his silky skills than commitment like that. But you know what? The rest of the team seems somebody do that. You think to yourself, you know what? He's willing to do that for me. I'll do anything for him too. It's exactly what you need. Okay, the game's not all about just this, you know, doing silky skills and turns and twists and all that. That type of commitment with 5 to 6 minutes to go, that can be priceless as well, and it's infectious. It goes throughout the whole team. They know they're very close for their first win in 12 games.
And that'll be sore tomorrow. A little corky perhaps for Danny De Silva to go on with. 4 minutes plus stoppage time remains. Moving okay now. David away though. Duke down the line. He's going to skim out of play. Here's a look at De Silva's shot earlier.
Super play, and well done to the goalkeeper as well. In a great starting position. That's why he's gone for the chip. But see, it's very, very important for the goalkeeper when he's in that starting position, he's side on, just like a centre back, so you can go either way. If you're square on, you can get in big trouble. A la David Seaman that time in that cup final in Paris against
oh yes,
the Spanish side. Will come to me. That's right.
Do I win the trivia quiz, Boswell? Is that what you're saying?
And he done the same thing against Ronaldinho in 2002 because he was going backward square instead of on the side. So well done to the goalkeeper there.
So is he in the coaching manuals for what not to do, David Seaman?
Well, for those two,
after a storied career.
for those two particular moments, definitely.
Lovely pass slid along the deck for Duke. And he changes the point of attack. Take Russell. Wanderers should be able to keep it in. With their captain, Duke, back into the area. Kwame Yeboah on the turn. One Mariner slipped. Duke can have another go. Cox, equaliser. The Wanderers level things up again. That combination between Duke and Simon Cox. At your service, says the Englishman to those Wanderers fans on the far side.
And he's done it again. In round 17, when he come on, he was excellent. And the Wanderers have done it. So disappointing for the Mariners. Kwame Yeboah putting himself about. Slight deflection there, but a wonderful run by Cox. Always so important. Any coach will tell you to get somebody running across that near post. Draws defenders with you if you miss it. But if you get it right like that, it's nearly unstoppable.
What a fantastic replay to watch of a goal scorer. Simon Cox there. He froze Kai Rolls. Just stood still for a moment and then made the run, knowing when Duke was going to deliver. And Simon Cox comes up with a priceless goal. His third down under. It's game on in the last 5 or 6 minutes of this ball game.
So disappointing for the Mariners. They've got to try to come back now. This is a good position for them. That Spanish team was Real Zaragoza.
I was going to say that too, but I just wasn't that confident.
Dangerous position.
Juric. Off the head of Murder-Kudus. Another set piece. And Tommy Orr's going across to whip it in with his left boot on this occasion.
Nervous moments now for the Wanderers as well. Get the equaliser. 2 minutes to go. Now they're defending for their lives again. Really good finish to the game.
Orr's delivery. Stensner's getting in there.
Good goalkeeping.
Prendergast again. And free kick has been spotted.
Very good goalkeeping and brave too. It's exactly what you want for your goalkeeper in the last minutes. How important will that be, Brenton? Here's the goal again.
Just watch Cox v Rolls. 10 v 15 here. And then the late move, and he got Rolls wrong-footed. Brilliant.
Super run, super ball, even though I think it took a slight deflection. How important might this be to the Wanderers to get into the top 6 if they do stay on and get this point?
And that, 3 points. There's 5 minutes for either team to find a winner here. Russell delivers. Gordon only as far as Georgievski. Sliding challenge, free kick against Georgievski, who's furious.
Both players slid in. Let's have a look on the replay.
I think Georgievski saying, I'm the one taking evasive action.
Hang on. Oh, they're both going in there. I thought that was, like I said, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, both going in.
And again, the studs-up nature of the Mariners' foot is unavoidable.
And when you're going that low, yeah. When we go downstairs to go to our cars, we'll go for a slide on the pitch, and I'll show you as you slide with your foot out like that. It's impossible to keep your studs pointed down as you slide. We can do it. We can risk getting it stuck in the ground and your knee going all over the place. Yeah, if it goes above the ankle, Speedy, it's a big problem. Then you got your red card. If it goes straight into the ankle on purpose, you got a problem as well.
And there is the man again, timing his challenge. Fox, and then helping Duke back up. Game played in a great spirit at times.
Yeah, look, it hasn't been a classic by any stretch of the imagination in terms of the quality, but I tell you what, in terms of the excitement, because of the competitiveness and some of the intensity at times, it's been nail-biting.
Yeboah had the byline there if he wanted it. Forced back by Orr.
So important for him to get fit. He's another one. A lot of people have got differing opinions about this. As far as I'm concerned, Wanderers a better team with him in the side.
Yerman, terrific pick out. Here's Yeboah's moment. Running out of room now. Corner's the best possible result in the end. Schwegler, his class from the set pieces. And he picks someone out in the middle. Mariners fans holding their breath. A bit of a hush goes over the Central Coast Stadium. Schwegler delivers. Header was won. Should be Birigitti's ball. Pulled his teammate out of it.
And they're off.
Gets De Silva running. Nisbet wants it switched up the other side. Look at Quoll go. Allo Quoll with the long stride. Blocked off by a couple of Wanderers, and we're going the other way. End-to-end stuff in stoppage time. You don't see this in too many leagues around the world where both teams are so desperate to win the game, not settle for a point. Russell, great shape, awkward for Gordon. They ask for handball. Chris Beath says, calm down, there's nothing in it.
I'd like to see the replay. I don't think so, but I'd like to see the replay.
Still 2 minutes to go. Can someone fashion one last chance to snatch the points? Alan Stajic prepares a change. Another attacking player ready to come on in the form of Jair. And we're going to pause for that change. Matt Simon off after 93 minutes. The captain.
It's been a handful as usual, Matt Simon.
Backus helps it forward. Yeboah trying to flick it on, got too much on it in the end. That substitution just took a bit of the momentum out of the game. 60 seconds for the ultimate grandstand finish. Nisbet can turn. De Silva's taking off. Nisbet puts one out in front of him. Keeper comes. Read it well.
Good goalkeeping again. Great starting position.
Not sure he was trying to bowl it to Georgievski, but it worked out in the end. Schwegler can face forward. Along the deck, stunning ball for Yeboah. Wide to Georgievski. 3 teammates in the area make it 4 now. Flicked on by Duke. And Jair back defending. Murder-Kudus. Yeboah brought it down. Kwame Yeboah trying to lift it across the face. There were no teammates there. And that might be that. Does Chris Beath add on 30 more seconds for that substitution?
Hasn't Murder-Kudus looked assured since he's come on as well.
And the Mariners fans throw their heads back in frustration. No win in their final home game of the campaign, but another point earned and a point scrapped by the Wanderers as well. They want to win games, but in the end, a point keeps them in the mix for a spot in the finals this season. Full time at the Central Coast Stadium. It's the Mariners 1, the Wanderers 1. An 88th minute equaliser.
So near yet so far. Feel sorry for the Mariners, but you have to say, for the vast majority of the game, we're the better team, but the Wanderers found a way to come back. They looked as though they were down and out, threw everything at it in the end, substitutes and everything. Simon Cox got the equaliser, but do feel sorry for the Mariners. And when things are going like that, you haven't won now, for 13 games now.
6 months.
Yeah, that's unfortunately usually what happens. They can be proud of their performance tonight. They've done really well tonight. But still, it's no win in 13 games. But Wanderers, on the other hand, they got some thinking to do. I think we saw the good side of the Wanderers at the beginning, but then they just went off the